What is up, guys? Welcome back to Legacy TCG. I've got a tournament report for you. This is from last night. What was the date? I think it was May 20th. Yeah, and we went undefeated, 4-0 at locals. It was like a 20-man tournament, and we managed to come out on top. Yeah, it was really fun. And I just want to show you the deck. It's pretty similar to the deck I used to get to the finals for so-called Retro Yugs. There's only 2 card difference, but if you guys haven't watched the video, this is like, I guess this video is for you. I'm just going to do it real quick and then talk about the matchups that I went through, and then some cards that I did change, that I said I would change in the last video, and how those cards performed. So, 3 Grief Frame, 3 Fortress, 2 Force, always 2 Force, 3 you're just gonna draw it in your hand, you're gonna be sad, and most of the time you just want to be searching these cards anyways. 1 Cyber Dragon, 1 Card Trooper. This is like more of like if you're going second and they have set monster, you can special sack for Kai's or something, and if you can't really have a use for this card, you can just pitch it with Fortress. It's never really dead. And then Card Trooper, fantastic card. 2 Hamster, 3, like 3 is good, but I see it enough with 2, so I don't see the point of going to 3. Like you would see it more often, obviously at 3, but I'm happy with that too. 3 Raiko, Swiss Army Knife for the deck, double Lila. This clears the way for your Fortress. Summon, break Deep Prisons, Mirror Forces, Bottomlesses mainly. And with this at 2, I dropped Trap Stun. I was a big fan of Trap Stun, and then I just upped this Lila to 2, and it's been working out great. Double Kais, 1 DD Crow, just the 1 Crow from in the entire deck. Having it in game 1 is excellent. It catches people off guard, and it's just there when I need it. I've never, when I had to, it just kept they kept following each other, and I was just playing with less cards. So just the 1 is fine. Plague, Gale. Most Machinas don't use Gale. I like Gale. I think you should try Gale. It kills Stardust. It kills Monarchs. You can special summon Cyber Dragon, go into an 8. Yeah, just the only thing I would say with Gale is if you're playing Black Wings, be careful leaving it leaving this card on the field, because they'll tend to pump, and then if you're low on life, that's a way they can get you. 1 Gores, Chaos Sorcerer. There's plenty of darks. I think it's 6 darks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 darks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and 6. Excellent. Yeah. Pretty good ratios for Chaos Sorcerer. Sometimes you'll draw it beginning hand, but as long as you get that access to Raiko, then this card will come live. Assuming you mill decent. 1 Brain, Charger Light Brigade, Heavy, MST, Double Pot. Double Pot just because, yeah, same thing as Force. This card can either save you or kill you. If you open up 2 in the beginning of the game, essentially you have to fight your opponent with less cards, and it's not fun. Obviously, when you get your graveyard all set up and you have your pot of averages flowing through, yeah, it feels great. But it's not always going to be that way for you, so just 2 is fine. Trap Dust Shoot, Mirror Force, Torrential, and Transmigration Prophecies. These are my one-ofs. Yeah, this too, you can also pitch back your pot of avarice if you're mill both of them, so you can kind of fix your draws too with this card. So it's kind of like a pseudo pot of avarice or whatever, but it also has the ability to mess with your opponent's grave, so it's pretty good. My favorite card, Compulse, Triple Compulse. This card is nasty. If you haven't tried using Compulse, you gotta. Even if you're not using the gear frame like I do, because a lot of times I'll be returning gear frame to hand, when they, I don't know, deprison it or something. which I wouldn't advise deprisoning a gear frame. But if they try to like run it over or Kai's it or something like that, you can return it with compulse and then resummon the gear frame, add another piece to your hand. Or you can just like, if your hand's like feeling stuck, you can just return the gear frame and then keep your hand flowing that way. Because sometimes like you'll have just the one fortress, and if you're able to summon the gear frame, then you can turn that fortress live with another fortress. If you absolutely have to, you know, there's so many utilities for this. Going second, they set, say, Recruiter or Raiko, right? And you know what you're playing against. You go second. You know that they're gonna flip it, do some damage, right? You can just draw phase, standby phase, send this card up, goes to hand. They can't flip it, right? And then now they're in a state of they're pretty much set back a turn, set back a normal summon, right? The advantage they would get from going first is kind of eliminated, and like, yeah, it just kind of like evens the playing field. Yeah, it does not get rid of the problem, but it gets rid of the issue that is going second, where your opponent starts like flipping their Raiko on top of your Raiko, and then you're just gonna be sad for like the next couple turns, the rest of the game, you know, etc. Anyways, double bottomless and double deprison. These cards have their strengths and their weaknesses. This one's strength is it's always like live, unless you're facing against Dark Arm Dragon, Brio, then it's not, right? But if you draw this and their board is already established, it can break boards. Whereas this one, if you draw it and their board is already established, then it does nothing for you, right? But this one is stronger against like Dad Brio. So both these cards have their weaknesses, while as Compulse has the weakness of if you're dealing with like normal summon monsters, yeah, it's gonna pitch it to hand, but the reality is Compulse will always do something. Whether it's return a normal monster, synchro, whatever, it's going to do something. Like, there's never a moment where this card does not do something, unless you're facing against like, you know, Titanium or whatever. Then yeah, you might be boned, but you know. Anyways, synchros, these usually never change. Armory Arm, Contaster, Brio, Goyo, Tempest, Arcanite, Blackwing Armor Master, Black Rose, Colossal, Darken, Thought Ruler, Stardust, Gotham's, Mistworm, and Chimera Tech. Just one Chimera Tech. If you really need to, then like you can Pot of Avarice back, but like never, like it's very rare that I ever tried to contact for two. Side deck, Banisher of the Radiance. Against frogs, value is really good. Fairies, very strong. Any of those recruiter decks, it's more detrimental to them than it is to you. Double Fossil, double Kaiku. Usually I would be citing more monsters to go like into anti-meta, but I cut like one or two monsters to go up in traps. I've been liking just keeping the engine the same, replacing the slower cards like Hamster and Raiko with these cards, and then just keeping everything else just pretty much identical. That way it runs the way I want it, like the way I know it can run. Yeah, the only thing with like taking out some Hamsters and Raikos, your Pot of Avarice don't feel as fast, but yeah, these cards very powerful. Soul Release, Lightning, and Book. Soul Release hasn't really been being used lately, but these two are fantastic. The cards I changed was Null Man Extermination and the second Cyber Dragon for these two. And this card's excellent. Especially going second, they can make a big push against you, and it's chainable. So it came up where like my opponent was gonna make a huge push, heavy storm his own stuff, and then only to find that there's a threatening right here, and then he couldn't make his push, and it just messed up everything. So yeah, that, and you know, if they try to like pierce your your dog, right? It has 100 defense. Like for Blackwings, it's good at protecting it, and you can convert that Raikou into something else like a Caius. But yeah, Threatening Roar, it just turns them off for a turn, and that one turn is enough to maybe you to put together like Book of Moon, Lightning, maybe draw that Mirror Forest, whatever. Yeah, if you haven't tried Threatening Roar, just try it out. I've been testing it for a while, but I think going forward, it's just one of those cards. It's very, it just has good utility. So like, say if you go against Gigavise and they go Cold Wave, you go, or not Cold Wave, Giant Trunade, you go Threatening Roar, and they're like, oh well, do I make my push and not kill you, or like, do I just make my board and then stare at you? Like, yeah, you can do that, but at least you're not dead, right? At least you have a chance to play the game. Yeah, Threatening Roar. Maybe go up to 3 someday, but for now, just testing at 2. And then if things go well, then we'll bump it up to 3. Double Dust Tornado, Blackwings, Vayu, Karma Cut. This is actually really good. Chainable, and like it just picks apart boards. Like if they go Gigaplant, you can just Karma Cut, and then they're in trouble. Solemn Judgment and Starlight Road. Solemn, not good against Blackwings, so we just side it. Starlight Road, very good against Blackwings. This comes in. But yeah, I'll probably put together a sideboard video. That way you guys know what to take out, what to put in. But yeah, first round was Blackwings. That was a 2-0. That was kind of rough because like my opponent, he didn't draw very well, so like honestly, like it didn't really feel like a match. But sometimes that's just Yu-Gi-Oh. And then round 2 was against Chaos Fairy, so it's like Christia with Freed, Dark Monsters like Tragodia, and whatnot. But yeah, I think that was 2-0. And then another Blackwings. That one was tough. You got a couple of Whirlwind activations. Dark Arm, that was scary. But that one was 2-1. And the last match was Giga Gemini Vise. It's like Giga Vise, but it's like lower to the ground because it has a hero package in it with Gemini Spark. So it's a very, very interesting deck. It's a more aggressive Gigavise deck list. And it was actually really cool to see. I was watching him tear apart his opponents with that deck list. And yeah, I'll have that matchup later on. He's cooking, and I think he's onto something. But I managed to 2-0 him, and then that was the end of the night. But yeah, like I topped like a couple weeks ago. Maybe like 2 weeks ago I got first, but like that it didn't really feel like a first because like a lot of the big hitters weren't there, so like the competition was a little bit weaker, so like I didn't really want to like talk about it. But like tonight, like Tuesday night, it was bumping. Like there's like 20 people there. Usually on Tuesdays is like 10, like 12 to 15. And then Thursday night it's usually like 15 plus, but like Tuesday we had like 20 people, so like we got more people coming than usual, and it's a really fun time. But yeah, Machina, I'm liking it. It's coming together. It's either the way this list is configured, I think is very strong. I guess you could change out the Transmigration Prophecy for other things, but it's been fun to use. And yeah, if you guys like the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and then I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.